a text message from the defendant that he knew where she lived and has homies that live two doors down who are watching her.
Good morning, Mr. Garcia. Sir, you were charged with you're charged with terroristic threat. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you, sir. You have the right to have an attorney present during questions and interviews with the state of Texas. If you cannot afford a lawyer will be appointed to represent you, sir. You are on probation for DWI. While on probation for DWI, you've now picked up a DWI third, a terroristic threat, and also aggravated assault of a family member. Please.
On May 7th, 2024, officers were dispatched to a threat to life call at 4105 Bryan Street in Houston, Texas. Defendant was gone upon arrival. Complainant one stated that she was at her daughter's house and defendant arrived. Defendant is following her and won't leave her alone. Complainant one was in her vehicle and defendant arrived in his. He got out and started banging on her vehicle with his fist. Defendant began yelling and told her that if he finds her with someone else, he was going to kill her. Defendant had been drinking earlier in the day. Complainant two got out of the vehicle and tried to take the keys away from the defendant. Defendant pushed her, got into his truck, and drove off, dragging complainant.
Drag the complaining witness?
Dragging the complainant. And he drove off and she was trying to take the keys, but he drove off dragging her. The defendant then tried to run over complainant two. Complainant two stated he was driving about 15 to 20 miles per hour. Defendant then drove off and left the location. Also searched the area and located defendant's vehicle on the 4000 block of Hewitt Street. Defendant was in the driver's seat. Observed 2 alcoholic beverages open and empty on passenger floorboard. Standard field sobriety test, 6 out of 6, horizontal gaze and nystagmus. Defendant had uneasy balance, so no other test conducted, and a blood search warrant was issued. Priors in 2018 and 2022. It says it looks like it's no TDC or SJ trips, unknown BF history.
Tell me, he has an intoxication manslaughter that was dismissed, a criminally negligent homicide that was also dismissed. What on earth is going on with?
He got deferred FSRA, 37 River 8, out of that transaction, Judge. So
I don't see an FSRA.
I can take a look. So the failure to stop and render assistance, it was called 0891104. It was deferred.
Was there a death in that?
Judge, it was a, let me take a look.
I see it on 2.
So
Yes, it was the same transaction as the intoxicated manslaughter, Judge.
so there is a death.
That was a death involved in that one, yes, sir.
How many does it have to happen before you get it?
We do have have made contact with the complainant, Your Honor. She wants a full order. At one point, there was a call to say that she didn't want to pursue charges. However, she called back and articulated that she was receiving pressure from the family. But she said she wants a full order of protection and she didn't want to.
What did the felony court do? Did they not, have they not addressed that?
Let me take a look, Judge.
Because they have an aggravated assault up there. I mean, I only have,
Let me take a look. So
This is, I just have it on.
it's no contact and not to go within 1,000 feet of the residence.
did they put a monitor on him? Mr. Garcia, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure that you don't consume one iota of drugs or alcohol. You will come here to this court 3 times a week for the remaining, until you are discharged from this case. You will come here 3 times a week to take a drug and alcohol test to prove to me that you're not consuming alcohol. I'm also barring you from going out in the public from 7 p.m. until 7 a.m. I'm going to have you sign an affidavit. If you get in a car, Mr. Garcia, I promise you, we will have a contempt hearing. You will be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you get in a car. Do you understand? I am barring you from driving. I'm barring you from getting into a car. Do you understand?
Judge, he is being GPS monitored and drug and alcohol tested.
We have 1 death already in 2002 to 2004, whatever it may be. And now we have another one where another person is being dragged in a car in an attempt to run over.
His daughter.
Daughter, no less.
Your Honor, it's Monday, Wednesday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday, he will come here. He will report to me in court at 8:30 in the morning. Not only that, you will be doing 5 times a week AA, NA classes, and I want proof. The one time you don't come here with proof, I'm going to revoke your bond and I will lock you up and I'm going to make your bond so high you're going to flip. Do you understand, Mr. Garcia?
Yes, sir.
This is a piece of paper, is an affidavit that you're going to swear to before you walk out of here, that you promise me you will not operate any vehicle, you will not have any weapons, and you will not have alcohol or drugs. You understand me? And if you violate this, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing 6 months every single time you get into a car or violate one of these other conditions. What do you do for a living? What do you do for a living?
My family, my brother, Kevin.
I'm ordering you not to have contact with this person. And I'm issuing a protective order. What is the daughter's name, please?
The daughter's name is
No, he gets it.
Stephanie Garcia.
I'm ordering you not to have any contact with this person.
Lucia Gomez, which is his ex, the mother. They've been separated for 2 years.
Did you allege it as a family member, right? Here, so we can do a protective order?
Correct. Yes. Family member.
Will you file a MOA, please?
Sure.
Your Honor, is there any way that no one can contact on behalf of him, like the family members? She's alleging that the family members pressuring her on his behalf to drop the charges.
I'm going to admonish him now. that if we, so I would like you to reach out to the family today. Let them know that he's been admonished, that he's not allowed to have any kind of contact threatening whatsoever. And if he does, I'm going to revoke the bond and I'm going to make it $100,000. Do you understand? So what I'm doing now is I'm entering what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection that identifies Rocio Gomez and the other person as, who is it?
Stephanie Garcia.
As a protected individual. You cannot have any contact with this person. You cannot threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot be in possession of a weapon or go within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. If you violate this, the state can and will file a violation of a protective order. And Mr. Garcia, let me tell you, you violate the protective order conditions, I can hold you at zero bond, and I will do it in a heartbeat to protect the public from people who run over other people. Can you give an application, please?
Come over this way, Mr. Garcia.
How,
You're gonna sign right here. This is a no driving affidavit along with no references to alcohol. Yes, sir.